Hi boys and girls, it's Shane, and I'm at the house where the tenant swapped and stole the water meters and all the other weird things. And I'm going to show you some of the stuff they did without talking to me. This door has nice brass features like this and this. At some point they changed this doorknob to one that locks, which I don't have the key to this one. If you hear any loud thuds, it's because it's the 4th of July and it's getting close to the evening time, but we're going to be doing some work. We rarely take days off, so used to this ceiling fan and this ceiling fan matched. I don't even know where the ceiling fan is now. It's gone. So now I've got two ceiling fans that we're going to replace this year in just a second, and I'll show you about replacing ceiling fans in case you need to. Jennifer's working on cleaning up our mini split, aren't you?
Yep.
We have a lot of these old doorknobs that are missing throughout the house. So some of them are still intact, but like this one is gone over here. Because we're using mini splits for heat, it's a good idea to have a backup gas heater. And we used to have a wall-mounted heater. You can see where the mounting holes and everything were. I guess it was probably worth $50 on Craigslist or something, don't know. The fire extinguisher is missing. So now we gotta get another fire extinguisher. Okay, so while she's working on the air conditioning, there is no air conditioning here, and I'm gonna go up and change the ceiling fan. So you're gonna get to see me. I'm already getting warm. It's gonna be warmer up there. Changing a ceiling fan is a relatively easy job, relatively low skill. It's the kind of thing you can definitely do in your house, and I'm going to show you how. So one of the first things to do is to cut the power to the fixture you're going to be working on. So I just turned the switch off, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the breaker off as well at the breaker panel. Now, we're going to take the bulbs out because I want to save these for some other potential purpose. These are some nice big LED bulbs. I don't know why these are in that fixture. I can tell you that they were not the bulbs we originally put in here. I also don't know where the other piece of glass is that would go, so like whatever you call these. What do you call those? There's probably a name for it. That's not a globe. A globe implies round. That's not a globe. I'm sure I'm not wrong. That can't be called a globe, right? Ew, look how dirty this is. Ew, that's so gross. Ew. Okay, so up here at the top, we have this panel here, and it's gonna have screws. 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. I can feel my hair getting into that dirt. Ew. Okay, so we're gonna let this part come down, and this is a pretty common mounting method. What we basically have is this big rubber round thing is being held in a joint, kind of like a ball and socket joint in your hip. If I just lift the fan up a little bit, there's a spot where I can slide it back toward me, and I'm having to do this with one hand while I hold the camera, so bear with me. Just like that. Now it's out of that knuckle or that joint that it fits in right there. You can see where it kind of slides out. Now I'm going to just hold it and untwist these wire nuts. Now I need to remove these screws. They're on either side of the mounting bracket. Once I get them loose, this is going to come down. I'm using a $100 ceiling fan from my local hardware store. They offered me to install it for $175 each. So it would have been $350 to do these 2 ceiling fans. It's going to take me like an hour. These are called instructions. We don't need those. On the ceiling fan blades, they're usually 2 colored. So we have the light side and then we have the dark side. Just like Star Wars, we're going to go with the dark side. This is the new mounting bracket. It's very similar to the other one, but just in case there's any differences, I always like to use the one that comes with the new ceiling fan. The mockingbird is so pretty. I don't know if you hear it singing in the background. All right, so we're gonna hang this up on there. So this is the main component of the ceiling fan. So up top, the blue and the black wire are gonna be connected together. And then this white wire is gonna connect to the white wire. And this is the end that the lights are gonna connect to. So we have the white and the blue. So on the business end that goes toward the ceiling, we're gonna go ahead and loosen this screw right here. We're gonna insert it there, and then there's a pin that comes with it that goes through this hole. Just like that, we kind of wiggle it around till we find the right location, and now that's what's actually going to hold the ceiling fan. But these are still going to have some wiggles, so we're going to tighten this screw right here. So I'm going to cut these shorter, just to the length that we need, about like that. That should give us plenty to connect, but not so much that they're in the way. So I'm just going to use my pliers to strip off this outer layer of plastic and expose the conductor on the inside. I'm going to do that while it's on the ground before I pick it up on the ladder, because it's a lot easier to do as many steps as possible down here on the ground. Now we're going to remove all the screws around this, especially the ones with these plastic keepers These are designed to keep the motor from shaking around while it's in the box. As I do this, I will keep a little stack of screws here because I'm going to need to use these to put the fan blades in. That's what these screws are for. So I've got all the screws out, and I have them piled right here. Those are going to attach to the fan blades. So there are two kinds of screws that we really need to do the fan blades. One of them comes in this package. Most ceiling fans, they'll be in separate packages like that. And they're usually going to have these big, wide heads on them, and that's going to hold the blades to the blade holder made of metal. We also need these round donut-looking pieces. Sometimes these are made out of rubber, these are made out of some type of hardened cardboard, but these are going to like squish in when we tighten down these screws and hold the blades tightly. So again, we have the dark side and the light side, just like Star Wars. So we're going to make sure we stay consistent when we attach these. And we flip it over, and we set one of the donuts here, and then we put this into the hole there, and we're just going to tighten that down. I usually start it with my fingers and then tighten it with my screwdriver. Tighten her down. So in the effort to do everything I can on the ground before I'm upside down, I'm going to attach all the blades to the ceiling fan first. So the screws that we took out earlier go through just like this, and then we're just going to tighten them down all the way around. And we just have to set this piece right here into that holder that's up here. We want to make sure we don't catch any of the wires when we do it, because it will make it hard to wire if we do that. Once we get it aligned, it'll just kind of slide into that place, and now it's holding itself. So now we're going to take the blue and the black wires, and we're going to connect those to the black wire up here. Now, if you were doing a 2 different switch system, the blue wire would probably go to a red wire or another black wire, depending on the way it comes up. But most of the time, it's just going to be the black and the blue screwed together to a black, because you're usually just going to have one switch. And we're going to take the white one, put it on the wire nut, put it onto the white wire. Sure. Okay. Then we're going to take the 2 green wires we have coming off of this, and we will connect those to the bare copper wire that we have right here. So to connect this part, I'm just going to slide it up onto both of those bolts and twist it to where it holds itself in place. Then we'll put the screw on either side and tighten it all down. So we need to remove all 3 of the screws that go to the light kit for the ceiling fan. We got to keep up with these though. These are what we use to attach it to the ceiling fan. So we're going to connect the white to the white and the blue to the blue. Now we're going to fold the wires up and in to this space. There's one specific direction it fits, and sometimes you just got to try. There it goes. Now we line up the holes, and we'll put the screws in going all the way around. Final screw. There we go. Nice and tight. Now we've got to attach the globes. Is that what we call them? Globes?
I think they're globes.
I don't know. These have a threaded end that is just going to twist into place. Okay, so let's give it a test. Lights come on, that's good. Let's also make sure the fan comes on. That's good. Okay. Now it's important that we check the directions the fan spins. It can spin in 2 different directions. One's for summertime and one's for winter time. So in the summertime, you usually like to have a nice cool breeze blowing on you. So you set the fan to blow. In the winter time, you want to set the fan to where it actually sucks the air up, and that'll push the warm air down on the outside of the room. There's a little switch on the ceiling fan that determines the direction. In this case, it's right here. Okay, so let's start. We're going to go, so I'll hold my hand on the blade like this, and I'll pull it to where it's slow. It'll be easier for me to tell. Okay, so this is going in the winter time direction right now. So right now it is spinning this way. I'm going to reverse it because it's July. Now it's going to spin the other way. There we go. So now it'll make a nice cool breeze, and it'll help to circulate the air through the room, and it's going to feel amazing.